Alright, go.
You recording?
Yep.
Alright, and that's how I like to start every video, by asking if we are recording. Okay, let's come a little closer to the camera because I don't know how good this microphone's working. Alright, my name is Tim Clemens. I'm with Monsters and More. This is Daniel Crabtree. He is a paranormal investigator with Monsters and More's favorite paranormal group, PCI. Daniel, what are we doing here today?
Well, today we are going to walk around the square in Dahlonega, Georgia, and we're going to be walking to certain buildings, and we're going to talk about the person they call the Colonel.
He sells popcorn.
Sells popcorn.
Goes by the last name Redenbacher,
Yep.
and he keeps popping and popping and popping. And
Actually,
locking.
the correct guy is Colonel William Pierce Price, who was a colonel in the old days, the 1800s. Also founded and funded the North Georgia College that's down the street from us down here. And while we're out, we're just going to walk around a couple of buildings, maybe even hit the Fred Jones building and see what we can see over there as well. There's a lot of activity in this area that can be seen at many times. So with any luck, we might see something, may not. We'll just see.
I do want to ask, I noticed you got this doodad on your camera.
Yep.
What is that?
That is a night vision light, so to say. When you turn it on, you really can't see very well what it's doing. It kind of goes like a very faint red. But ultimately, camera comes on, and if we're in the dark, I flip that on, and we can be able to see in the night.
So, essentially, it's what Britney Spears used to get her fame. Look it up, kids. No, don't look it up, kids. Look it up, parents.
I didn't even know that, so you just told me something I didn't know.
You never saw that video?
No, I never saw it.
Like, that's the reason why her eyes are all lit up and she's all green.
Are you talking about Paris Hilton?
Oh, that's right, Paris Hilton, not Britney Spears.
I was about to say, yeah, that's Paris Hilton.
The other one was
I have seen that one, actually.
The other one was just in a dream.
Oh, man.
Crap. Look it up, Tim.
Yeah. So without any further ado, if you want, we can just start walking around and kind of do our thing.
All right. Follow us.
Yeah. Get my camera on here.
Call me out on my wrong porn reference.
Well, here, I don't want to, but kind of have to. All right, so right here is what they call the, is this the candle? What they say they call this? You remember?
What?
I've lost it, but
Oh,
I'm trying to blank now.
the modest candle.
The humble candle.
Humble, thank you.
Now, this is ultimately where the Colonel really likes to hang out. Now, what's been said about this place, did you fall, buddy?
No.
We almost lost our cameraman, who's also my little brother, so it would be kind of hard to explain to Mom.
What
I
they
don't
say,
think Dad would care, though.
what they say about this place is that he likes cooking and he likes people to cook. So ultimately, they see a lot of them in this building in particular. There was actually one time, apparently he does not like rap music whatsoever. So apparently somebody came through here blaring some rap one day, and the cook made a comment, and the top of the lid of a stew pan flew off the stew pan.
I remember it actually was thrown at the cook, right?
Yeah, at her legs. Yeah, it kind of went to her legs.
I read that it was
Yes.
thrown at the cook, and then he wasn't seen for a while until she apologized to him,
Yep.
and then he started. Well, why would you apologize? He threw a pot lid at her.
Because you don't want it to happen again. That's why.
No, but he went away
Well,
when he chewed her out,
Well, now.
or when she chewed him out.
Well, apparently as well, what else happens over here is that you'll get like this really sweaty, nervous feeling when you walk out of this door sometimes.
Like when I see a pretty girl.
It's kind of like that's the same thing, yes.
Oh, I hate that.
But yeah, ultimately they say you get really, you know, kind of like what happens when you get the hair up your back and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, he's definitely monitors this area really well. And there's one place he doesn't go, and I can't really figure out where it's at. But it's another cafe that a woman kind of looks out the window.
Oh yeah, because at first they thought it was him, but then it turned out it wasn't. I
Yes.
think it's across the
I
street,
think it is too.
so we'll have to check that out too.
That way, so.
All right,
But,
so this is one of the places then, and with your fancy pants camera, you can see in there real good.
You can
then,
actually
right?
see in there right now. I mean, there's if I get a little close, you might get a glare, but yeah, you can see in there really
okay.
well.
If you get a nice enough glare, one of the paranormal groups will say it's a ghost. It's
Exactly.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen dust, lens flare. I've seen back when film was still a thing, like crinkles in the film, all said to be ghosts.
Yeah. Well, I have too. But you know, they've actually kind of discredited some of that. You can actually discredit some of it if you go through it. Not all of it, but some of it.
I think being a photographer discredited most of it.
Yeah. Well, like, you ain't used to digital either, so.
Well, I'm damn good with digital.
Well,
Thank you.
I know you're damn good with it, but I mean,
don't hurt my fragile ego.
No, you're fragile ego. Don't worry. Good.
Don't make me whip out my camera.
You know, it'd be really nice if he would pop his head out somewhere, or even if he would just come out and talk to us, or say something, or knock on something. That would be great. Honestly. You hear that, Colonel? I'd like you to come out if you want. Want to talk to us, or bang on something. Heard a lot about you. I'm actually going to be doing a piece on you for the website. You talking about me?
No, I was telling.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was panning across to get the entire.
No, it's cool. I was just letting you know.
You know, I probably should. You know what I should have done? Bought my iPod, put some rap music on it, put my speaker on, and maybe see what happened then.
Oh, I'd probably throw some plates at you too.
I hear you. As you can see, I've actually got the night vision on right now. It kind of cools up. You turn it off. That's what happens.
I like that checkered roof. That's kind of cool,
Yeah,
actually.
It's kind of neat. Yeah, vintage music.
All right. So, you want to go take a
let's
stroll
go.
around the square?
Yeah, we're gonna take a stroll. Absolutely. If you look this way, that building right there is a gold museum, and what they say about that particular building is they've actually seen a hooded figure in the windows and in the balcony up top at random times. So that's another place that you might see something if you be walking up through this area, especially
Now,
at night.
what was the name of that? Was it like Tommy or something?
I don't. You know what? They didn't really say the name, but they just said hooded figure. I don't think they had a name for it, did they?
Well, they gave it a name. Let me look at these papers. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
While you're looking at that, I'm going to continue to look for some nice building I would love to go in and even do an investigation.
Crap. This has got to make for great video. Hey, one guy's wandering off, the other guy's looking at paper.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the building.
I was saying this. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I actually printed that one out.
No, I think it was just a hooded guy is what they were talking about on that.
All right, a
So,
hooded guy.
Yeah, a hooded man or something along that line that they said they saw.
Hooded
So,
figure.
Hooded figure.
hooded
a monk.
figure.
The monk of Dahlonega.
Right. By the way, this is Wade. He is helping us out today. It's Tim's brother. Really cool to meet him. I ain't never met him. I've known Tim for forever, and I've never met Wade. I may have when we were little. I don't know.
All right. We're in front of the Picnic Cafe. Now, apparently, a ghostly lady is supposed to look through this window down at us, and it ain't happening. Now, we went through a whole thing where Daniel was looking at it with his special camera. Unfortunately, the microphone that is attached to my my iPhone, that's how we're recording this, wasn't on. So none of that was recorded with sound, so I just went ahead and erased it. But let me just go and fill you in on what you missed. Daniel pointed up over there. He said, "What is that?" I said, "It's a lamp." He says, "Oh, it is a lamp." A few minutes later, "Oh my God, is the lamp not there anymore?" No, the lamp's still there. So now we know the lamp is not haunted.
I didn't see it. I still didn't see it. But it's still, I'm sure it's there. But if you want to see it, just, you know, it's on mine, so, you know, no big deal.
Yeah, I'll post a link to PCI's video as well. But then after that, I had made the statement that a psychic has said that he had communicated with the ghost, that I didn't care about it because I don't really care what psychics have to say. Then I apologized for saying that, pointing out that I do believe they're psychics. I just don't believe in everyone I see, particularly the ones on TV, because they always point out something like, "Oh, welcome to the murder house. We didn't give you any details about the murder house or what happened in the murder house. I believe there was a murder here. Oh my God, my mind is blown. Somebody died violently. Holy crap, really, in the murder house?" It's things like that. The rant was way better originally, so please look at PCI's video.
It might catch, you might catch it on there. My microphone's not as good as his, but his was off. So.
Okay. But yeah, this is the Picnic Cafe. You also missed an incredibly attractive girl that walked by, but
Really?
yeah, you didn't see that?
Oh, I was too busy looking at trying to find the ghost story.
Any rate, so again though, this isn't about the lady up there, this is about the Colonel. Apparently the Colonel didn't like her. I don't know, maybe she played hip-hop music too much. Another thing about the Colonel though is he loves the restaurants on the square, particularly this side of it. He likes to hang out in the kitchens. I don't know why. He throws pots and pans at people when they upset him. And then they apologize to him because he goes away as if to say, please, come back and throw stuff at me. What is it with people and liking abusive people? Even when they're dead, we still, it's like, it's okay.
It's like we want them to do something that they when they were dead. Same thing that they did when they were alive.
Yeah.
The experience, I guess, is about the only thing I can think. I mean, come on. Dead, doing stuff to people. I mean, who doesn't like that?
I don't.
Well, I mean, I don't particularly, you know, I don't like them following me home and stuff, but, you know, I do like evidence of paranormal activity.
Have you never seen a zombie movie?
Yes.
When the dead come back, they eat your face.
Yeah, but this ain't zombie. They're not zombies.
It's one
Which,
step away.
by the way, you know, we might eventually have Monsters and More needs to do a survival guide for zombies. Be a great day to, we need to do that one.
I'd rather just
Dude,
watch the
come
world
on,
get
no,
devoured.
No, we gotta do it.
Why? Why do I want to give away my secrets for surviving in the zombie apocalypse when I can rise above everyone else during the zombie apocalypse, take over, and just rule things from there?
Well, don't stay in the city. You can't do that.
Well, there is a lot of zombie infection squads here.
Yeah, but they're screwed because they're stupid.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it right.
Okay, here's the thing. Anybody that actually invests money into starting a business that's all about fighting a zombie apocalypse, they're obviously not that bright. On the off chance a zombie apocalypse actually happened, they're going to be the ones going, okay, everyone grab your guns and go outside. And I'm going to be the one going, yeah, I'm locking the door.
Yeah, lock the door. Get plenty of machetes. Guns attract. Guns attract zombies.
Depends on
noise?
which one you're talking about.
You can get, I don't know, you can put like homemade silencers.
Well, a silencer, yeah, you can do a silencer.
But even
if you like
silencers
full-blown-
are actually kind of noisy though.
They are.
Like the movies that don't actually happen.
You really just want something that you can just cut into their head, chop their head off, or something like that. And I prefer go down there. You know, one day you wake up and everybody's dead. Make a beeline to Home Depot, grab a couple machetes, you're good to go.
All right, you know what? No, I'm going to tell you how to survive it. This is my secret. Make sure all your friends are fat and slow.
You
The
just
reason
trip 'em
being
up,
is,
dude? Come on,
not even
man.
trip them up. If they're fat and slow, it just means they can't keep up. You didn't cause it, but the zombies are going to jump on them. There's going to be enough of them to go around, and you can make it out.
Yeah, but see, then you got to go to the next. What happens if you get into a herd? What if you get mixed into a herd somewhere?
America is like 80% fat, slow people.
Oh, I hear you, but I mean, you know.
You're not going to run out of fat people. And the best part is, when the fat people get turned to zombies, they're going to be like, oh,
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to stop it here. I mean, this is pretty much it. The Colonel is said to wander up and down this area. Ghosts over there, hooded guy over there. Every building on this square has a ghost story. Go online, check it out. It's neat stuff. And for Monsters and More and for PCI, we say goodnight. Is it recording?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take you next. Ooh, that is kind of shaky. Okay, where we're going to take you next is Triple Gap Road. This is also called Booger Mountain Road. You probably read about this one if you do any sort of ghost research online. This road has a few ghosts on it, supposedly. Whew. Excuse us, we just came down off the mountain, and I'm older than I thought I was. Alright, now we're turning on the road now. Here's a motorcycle. Alright, There are supposed to be several ghosts of people walking up and down this road. This road has a bad history of auto accidents. But 3 of the ghosts are said to walk up and down this road are 3 black men who were lynched and hung. It's said that they were accused of raping a white woman, but whether or not they actually did or not is kind of in contention, and honestly, I don't know enough about the history of it to really say one way or the other. But they're supposed to be said to walk up and down this road. Now me, as a kid, I walked up and down this road at all hours of the night. I've never seen it. Also, there is a hill, which I used to know where it is, but they've changed this road so much I don't remember. But the same 3 ghosts are supposed to push your car uphill. If you allow them to get you all the way up the hill, a couple things are said to happen. One is you were supposed to die at some point. I've also heard your best friends are supposed to die at some point, which is kind of preferable, really. I mean, if I was going to be murdered by going up a hill, that's one thing. But if it's 3 of my friends, you know, you can always get new friends. It's not that hard. Actually, I think we just went over the hill. But here's the thing about that hill. It's an optical illusion. There's nobody pushing you up the hill. It's like a slanty shanty. It's not real. I've read online too where some kid was saying if you put talcum powder on the front of your car, you can see the fingerprints of the man pushing you. That's not it either. That actually belongs to another ghost story where a school bus was hit by a train. That's never happened. Nobody's ever put talcum powder in their car and saw fingerprints. And I don't know. I mean, if you're willing to put talcum powder all over the front of your car, I want you to videotape it so I can look at the idiot putting talcum powder on front of their car. Another ghost that's said to be up here, and I haven't heard much about this one in a long time, but there's supposed to be a Trans Am that's supposed to start following you after you pass the high school, and I kind of wish I was going the other direction now because we're actually going backwards from what this one takes place in. But as soon as you pass the high school, you're supposed to see the headlights rise up from the Trans Am, and it's supposed to just appear behind you, and then he chases you at breakneck speeds down this road and causes you to have an accident. Now, as a kid, I've been on this road many, many times. I did have one instance where I swore up and down it was the Trans Am, but in all honesty, it could have also just been a jerk in a Trans Am tailgating me. So, as a kid, I used to swear up and down this one was true. As an adult, I'm not so sure, because there are a lot of jerks who drive Trans Ams. We are right now inside of a Camaro. The Camaro has been nicknamed the Driving Dead by my friend Eric because it was brought back to life due to the engine dying. That has nothing to do with any of these stories. I just felt the need to point it out because I like the nickname. Okay, we are almost at the end of Triple Gap Road. If you come down this road, be real careful. The powers that be have turned this road into a biking trail, which is really smart, seeing as how you can't see 2 feet in front of you. So yeah, that's a real good place to put a biking trail, you frickin' morons. Also, people like to walk up and down this road, and I'm guilty of that too, so be real careful because there is a lot of blind spots. And try to drive safely, even though I know from being a kid that this road is really fun to speed down. But I was 16, and you're allowed to be stupid when you're 16 as long as you don't die horribly and kill somebody in the process. At that point, you're in the wrong. Alright, we have hit the end of the haunted road, but we're going to go ahead and keep it recording long enough to pass the high school where the Trans Am is supposed to start chasing you. I got through that entire thing without flubbing a word. And right at the end, it's like tracing you. It lays you down, and it makes a body outline so you know where you're going to be murdered ahead of time. It saves the police the trouble. And we wait, and we wait, and we wait.
I've also been down this road a lot too, and I haven't been chased by a Trans Am.
Actually, if anything, Trans Am was just stuck behind you, annoyed that you go so slow.
I don't go too slow.
I'm chasing you.